My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Okay. Well stated, Prince Harry. All veterans deserve our respect always. Let's go into that. This, I just saw it and I put it first. But before, I was just seeing those pictures of Harry and the military thing. And I was like, what's going on? So I just put a couple of them because that's what the squad we're talking about. Then when I paused a few minutes ago to put one thing on the list, and I was seeing more and more, and I got it. This is whatever I'm gonna start talking about now. This is the work of the day they fell. Okay? Because now, after Harry put that statement, which I'm gonna read, you could pause your screen and read it. There have been some stuff that I was reading, and I was like, no, this is the work of Daddy Fell because of Harry's lawsuit. All right, Prince Harry says Afghanistan sacrifices deserve respect. Quote, I served there, I made lifelong friends there, and I lost friends there, Prince Harry says of his time in Afghanistan. Prince Harry, who served in Afghanistan, has released a statement in response to Trump's remarks. Quote, in 2001, NATO invoked Article 5 for the first and only time in history. It meant that every allied nation was obligated to stand with the United States in Afghanistan. In pursuit of our shared security, allies answered that call. I served there, I made lifelong friends there, and I lost friends there. The United Kingdom alone had 457 service personnel killed. Thousands of lives were changed forever. Mothers and fathers buried sons and daughters. Children were left without a parent. Families are left carrying the cost. Those sacrifices deserve to be spoken about truthfully and with respect as we all remain united and loyal to the defense of the diplomatic and peace. Wow. Oh, there's so many things that's going on. So many things. These people are unleashing all at once. But they were progressively being done individually in their early stage. But too many people were not paying attention.
You desired squirrel!
There's so many things that's going on all at once. First of all, those colonizers are going back to their original agenda. They're trying to take over their territories. That is one of them. South America is already taken, okay? South America is already being occupied by whoever was occupying them from the get-go. They only place puppet there, okay? This is why many South Americans who came to the United States still didn't understand what African Americans were talking about. Dominican Republic, from what I'm seeing, have already been taken back by Spain. They just put puppet there to do their work. And I think also American politics have been helping Dominican Republic to do some of the things that they are doing to Haitians. Many people might say, why? Well, they've been doing that in plain sight. Many politicians in the U.S. stuffing money to the Dominican Republic. I don't know why. Maybe if I look deeper, I will know. So many things going on. And there's Trump, who pretend to be dumb, but he's another puppet they put there. And he's invoking, poking everything that took years to establish. And he's destroying it all at once. One of the things Putin had, one of the problem Putin had, is that the European Union was surrounding him. I have a map, a small little map, just look on the screen. I think I still have it, where you see the countries that surrounding Russia are part of, what do you call this, EU. They were allies. And what's that thing Ukraine is trying to join? It's not European Union, NATO. Oh my God, NATO. Okay? Yeah, the countries that surrounding Russia is NATO. And Russia has been doing its own thing, trying to destabilize many of those NATO countries, put its puppet and do things, get benefit from the NATO allies, and then don't help the people itself. So many things going on. Now they're using Trump to destabilize NATO. America's already on its own right now. Nobody can trust America right now. Even its own citizen can't even stand its own country. So now that statement, I don't know what Trump have done. I told you I was in the gym for a long time trying to, I did a full body workout because the snowstorm is coming. So I'll probably not be going to the gym today, tomorrow, and probably Monday. I don't want to walk in the snow. So I don't know what was being discussed politically and on social media. It's this morning when I came thinking I'm just going to edit some old videos. I already edited. So I don't know what Trump is doing. Yes, I know about Greenland and everything. He went somewhere. There was nobody there to welcome him. He was walking on the red carpet by himself. So he must have done something for Harry to put that statement. And now, Daddy Fell, who has its people everywhere, I saw something this morning when I paused for a few moments ago. And they said something, Sunshine Sack put something out, starting to defame Harry for joining, going to Afghanistan and stuff like that. Oh my God. Okay. Harry better be careful. I hope those people Harry have been supporting in California, protect them. Okay. So that's that. Okay. I said a lot, but I don't think I said in a clearer point of view. But there's a lot going on here. Okay. So this is another tweet. Good King Harry continues to stand on the right side of history, and I'm so proud of him. Is that the same statement? Yeah, that's the same statement I just read, just a different way of putting it. Just pause and read it, okay? And there's him over there when he served. So now they're turning the true military people as bad guys, while Trump is creating his own terrorist group in the United States. They're trying not to respect the veterans, people who actually serve. Oh my God. If these men who's joining ICE or Trump type of military people, they have to think twice. They need to put their head on their shoulders. Listen to people who have worked with Trump before, where he doesn't pay them and things like that. Compare when you join a military for the country itself. There is benefit. Even though the Republican refused to fund the veteran hospitals and many other things that will help the veterans. But if they voted against their best interests, keep on putting those racist type of people in office, they're not going to get anything. Yes, they probably will pay them to do the dirty work. But the benefit once your body can no longer do those work, this is the thing that people need to think. When you think you have your 2 feet You have your health perfectly. You are a able body. You do not know what's gonna happen in the next few minutes. These are the things many of these people should think about. The country had those safety net for everybody, but the Republican refuse to provide that. They remove so many things that will help people when they're no longer working. And they've been telling us that they don't want to keep Social Security and so many other benefits for the people. So can you imagine if the country doesn't have a military, instead he's hiring these people doing contracting, I think that's what they call it, contracting work. They pay you on the spot and they don't think about you anymore. Once you finish do the job and you're done with. Okay, it's like you're doing a freelance. Companies that hire freelancers, they pay you for the job and they're done with you. They don't have to worry about medical or anything else. Oh my God, these people are so freaking dumb. Okay, let's get back to the original recording. But anyway, this is what Trump is doing. When you see the money up front, it seems a lot, but you have to think when your body is no longer like that. Let's say you live for until you're 80 or something. Look at an 80-year-old person and your age right now. Can an 80-year-old be doing some of the things that you're doing now? So these people need to think ahead when the body can no longer do the things that you're doing when you're young. When you should be resting, enjoy. Well, it depends. These people seem like they don't know how to enjoy life or anything like that. But if you do surpass certain age where your body cannot do certain things, physical activities, who's gonna take care of you? Because it seems like those white supremacists, they want everything for themselves. You won't be able to afford housing. You won't be able to get basic treatment. This is why I keep on saying to the UK, whatever you have as the NHS, fight for it. Fight for it to keep it. Don't try to get the same type of pay-for-profit type of medical thing that the US has. It will bankrupt you for a minor little thing. You go to the hospital. So many things many of these white supremacist men are not thinking. They just see the skin color and then they ruin the country for everybody, including themselves. And then they're worrying, they're getting jealous and envy when they see a group of people who work their butt off to have what they have. Oh my God, so many things going on. Let's get back to the original recording. And this been going on. I saw it when, over President Obama, I would say maybe I was paying more attention to it, where they have different organizations asking to support for the military, for the vet and all of that. And each time, the names change. It's commercials that I used to see on when I used to watch television. Prince Harry, who was twice deployed in Afghanistan, said in a statement provided by his spokesperson that the sacrifices of NATO troops deserve respect. Okay, I'm not going to read this. That's from ABC News in the United States. Okay, a very respectful statement from the prince. I do not see any of Trump's children serving in the military. Every military personnel, veterans deserve respect. Yeah, they're trying to shame them. I hope people around the world is paying attention. What you see is going on in America, it's everywhere, but in a different way, because the way they put their people, the population in a box, they treat them different. The only difference that they create to create chaos among the population is racism. Okay? It's racism. So everywhere a black person goes, it doesn't have to be African American, any black person, anywhere that they go, there is that mistreatment. This is the only way that other countries, let's say European, the machine, okay? The machine treat their population. While the population have division among themselves in terms of skin tone, but the machine remain the same, keep them at bay. When they see a switch, they're paying attention to everything that you're doing. Whenever they see a switch, they adjust accordingly. But they kept the division, the racism intact for the population to fight among themselves. And then when things started to shift again, the machine again was looking and seeing the vibe where the wind is blowing for them to readjust, to maintain, to keep the population divided again. So when everything boils down to, you have to ask, who is the machine? Who is controlling the machine? You have to look at who's writing the stuff and the papers, who's reporting it, and who they're getting the money from. Okay? When you look at in the UK, the machine is there as well. The population, I think now the UK population starting to see it, where they're paying the royal family millions of pounds just to shake hand, kiss. I don't even think they kiss babies anyway. That's the thing they usually say about politicians in the US. Shake hand and kiss babies and everything is all right. Something like that. Okay? But they're receiving millions, not even showing up. Maybe shake hand here and there and whatever. So for me, I think the machine is who were trying to control the world. The family who's trying to spread its seed everywhere to take control of every corners around the world. It's anybody who's royal, with the exception of Harry, who have proved himself. This is the first time I'm saying it in any podcast. When you really think deep down, who is the machine? The machine is, in my humble opinion, because when you look at history, many of the royals are related, but they spread themselves other countries so they could maintain that family oriented and take control. These people are evil. Let me pause for a second and ask Google something. Okay, so this is what I asked Google. Were European royals related in Europe? Okay, I specifically say European royals because there still are African royals, okay, but they remain in the continent. But European royals related in Europe? The answer is yes. European royalty are profoundly interrelated, often sharing common ancestors through centuries of intermarriage designed to secure alliances. Almost all current and historical European monarchs can trace their lineage back to figures like Queen Victoria, King Christian IX and of Denmark, or King George II. Okay, so they were related. Like I've said with Prince Philip, okay, he was supposed to be king of two countries, Greece and Denmark, I think. Okay, let me see. Let me pause again. Okay, before I go to what I was thinking, I already asked Google it, but let's finish with this, okay? Yes, European royalty are profoundly interrelated. All right, Queen Victoria. Okay, I think I was done with that. Okay, so the question that I asked Google is that what two countries was Prince Philip was supposed to be king of? Prince Philip was born Prince Philippos of Greece and Denmark. As a member of both royal houses, he held titles related to the throne of Greece and Denmark, and was sixth in line to the Greece throne before his family was exiled, forcing him to renounce these titles to marry Princess Elizabeth. Okay, so those two thrones. And then there he is again, remarry into the, this is why sometimes the squad be saying close cousin or something like that. Okay, so there's a lot going on. These people, this is why sometimes when you see death in a family, yes, you lose your loved one. I understand that. It's not the same. The person is no longer there. You cannot talk to them anymore. You can, when you need help or comfort or whatever it may be, when you lose a loved one. I don't wish it on anybody though. Okay? But it was necessary for us, for humans, to have that small experience of life and then be gone. Because majority of humans wants to take control of everything. And then they refuse to let other living entities, life, it could be animals, trees, and other people. They refuse to just let them be. They have to interrupt their living, their life, for whatever crazy reason these people have in their brain. Because they want to take control of everything. They want to be like God or something. I remember when I took architecture history, one of the things I remember, I will look it up to verify that, but for some reason I remember that. When you're looking at old churches, they were going higher and higher into the sky. They claimed that they were trying to reach God, heaven. But these people, they're freaking lunatic. Okay, so this is what I asked Google. During the old ages, when they built churches, was the reason is to reach God? The answer is yes. A primary reason for building churches in the old ages, particularly in the Middle Ages, was to connect with God, acting as a physical bridge between heaven and earth. This is the nonsense these people have in their head. What happened to Palestinians? Destroying the people, the native of the land where God was born, is to replace it, to make it be. This is them. If you guys understand all those little things that's happening, you may not think much of it. They're really not that much, but these people take it goddamn serious. They will kill for it, and they have shown they kill for it. Okay, during the old ages, they're building churches to the highest, pointing all the way to heaven because they want to reach God. And then when they saw Christianity, they stole it. When they saw poor people were praying, they didn't need a physical church to be in it, to talk to God, because they wanted to, like this thing said, a bridge. They want to be the holder of whatever it is that goes in their head, to translate your problem, your misery, your headache. They want to be the one you tell them, and then they'll give it to God as if they have a connection to God. And then meanwhile, they're robbing you. They're making you work your butt off, give them money, it's the same thing. It's just repeating and morph to the new society each time. There's a video that I have. I don't know if I made it public. It's on PYTE because at that time, that's where I first started creating video about Harry and Meghan. When I did a video where I saw the switch were happening. And then I started talking about religion and all of that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make it public because I don't think people, because I was new into creating videos like that. And I was like, I don't want people to come after me to think that I'm attacking churches or religion or things like that. But I saw the morph, the transition was happening. When you look at before, let's say in the 80s, majority of Europeans in the West, okay, they have clean shaves. It was Middle Eastern people who used to have beard, and they, from my understanding, you guys could correct me. Okay, maybe I could ask Google that. They kept their beard to show they're manly, okay? But in the Western world, they shave their beard. Going to work, you have shaved, cleaning beard, you know, your face didn't have any beard or anything like that. Then I started seeing white American start looking similar to Middle Eastern, you know, the long beard. Not like, you know, you see Harry with a small little beard and his face and stuff like that. Not like that. Long beard. When you look at Middle Eastern people with long beard, that's what I was saying. I was like, what's going on? And then they started acting similar to some nonsense that wasn't in alignment with the way the US used to be. I don't know if I made that video public. I remember the thumbnails though. Or maybe it was cyber attack or something. That video, I know I didn't make it public. All right, let me look this up. Oh my God, I'm going too long with that. Okay, so this is what I asked Google. Why do Middle Eastern men have long beard? Middle Eastern men often grow long beards for a combination of religious, cultural, and personal reasons, primarily as a sunnah of following the tradition and teaching of the Prophet Muhammad, which encourages keeping a full beard. This is the part here. It is seen as a mark of masculinity. Okay, that part I was fully aware. Masculinity, wisdom, dignity, and honor. It also serves as a symbol of religious devotion and in some contexts a political statement. But this part, the masculinity, this is for some reason that's what's stuck in my head. And this is the part where some American I was starting to see to keep their beard. It's like white American in some shape or form, they do not have not tradition, maybe tradition. They do not have a cultural tradition. So when they see certain thing that's hype, they automatically copy it. But the people, the originals who do their things, they have their reason for doing it. And then they start, you know, I'm talking about American, they start copying and then behaving. It's so much. It's so much. You have to be fully aware. When you're walking around, you pay attention to what's going on, you'll be able to see some of the things that I'm saying. All right, so there's that. The same statement is being repeated again. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay. I absolutely love Meghan. 10 toes down for her men. Okay, so did Meghan post something? Let me go on IG. Let me pause and go on IG. Okay, I don't see anything new. This is old. Okay, definitely she will not put it on as ever. Let me go to home if there was anything she posted, Meghan. Let's see here. Anything new? Okay, so maybe that. Any volume. Okay, there's no volume. So she posted that about Invictus. There's all of that. So when you see ISIS going in neighborhoods doing those things, terrorize the neighborhood, is to disrupt, keep American
You desired. Squirrel!
from seeing what Trump is doing around the world. Okay? Okay, so that's the statement. Again, you could pause and read it. That's another, someone else who posted that. Okay, so that's that. Okay, like I was saying, I'm going back on X. When you see Trump is doing the things that he's doing, poking all allies, it's not the majority of American. Okay, he's not speaking for majority of American. That last election was very important. People were not paying attention. The media, okay, the UK version was transported to America to tell people lies or don't even report the real news. Okay? I've spoken about it on APTS Team Sussex a lot. Will Lewis taking over Washington Post. Murdoch is doing its own thing with Fox News. And what's this guy I used to praise, and all of a sudden when Trump got in won his election, Morning Joe, what's his name? Is it Joe and Mika? Because they're all husband and wife. The moment I used to praise him for something. Now I remember why I used to praise him. But the moment Trump won the election, they went to kiss his ring in Florida, in Mar-a-Lago. Ever since, no respect for him anymore. I forgot why I used to praise him for. That was maybe for criticizing Trump, but the moment he saw Trump won and then he put his tail between his leg and go kiss Trump's ring, I haven't been watching any news. What is it from the news from? I have not been watching any TV shows from their station, so I don't know what he's been saying. Okay? So there's a lot going on to keep the American people busy from protesting to what Trump is doing. And then the people we elected were supposed to, there was a barrier to prevent Trump from doing some of this stuff. And none of these people are doing anything. Well, some Democrats are trying, okay? The opposite political party of Trump. Many of them are like Crockett, you hear her voice many times speaking against some of the thing. AOC, okay? I don't know much about Schumer if he's doing anything. He's probably part of the problem as well, but conceal it. So, the American people who voted in the last election is the cause for the misery that American is going through. And then Trump is holding politicians hostage to let him do whatever he wants while he's destroying our allies. When push comes to shove, people have to protect themselves. If America, I have to talk in the sense of the whole country, because look who's in the, even though majority of Americans don't support what Trump is doing, but a good portion of people voted for him due to lies and I will not say lies. He did tell, well, some portion of what he was campaigning for were not lies. He did not lie to the people. But what he's doing now, the full intention of what, when Trump was saying his little secret to the House Speaker, this is that little secret. Okay? He didn't say publicly. But once you look into Project 2025, like many African Americans were telling the rest of the world, well, the rest of the country, not the world, the rest of the country, what Trump has in store, they didn't listen. Instead, they were looking at what the guy was saying because they felt like it was gonna to hate on blacks. This is the division against the population. As long it's not them, it's the other, which usually is African American, they were okay to vote for him. And that's this guy who's running against Crockett in Texas. I don't trust him. He's saying all the right words for the Democrats. I don't trust him. It's probably to replace, I don't know, what's this guy? Ted, what's his name? He's Canadian, but he's he's a senator for Texas. But anyway, I could go on and on. We just need to pay attention. The seen and unseen. Okay? Read between the line. People's action, behavior. Your senses usually tells you exactly what's going on, even though they're not saying it. People are not saying it. All right, let's go to the next tweet. This is a picture of Harry since he was a child. All right? Dressing in his little military uniform. All right. So let's go to the next one. Oh my God, I talked too much. I didn't want this to be long. Okay. We stand with Prince Harry. These were the images that I was seeing, and I was like, what's going on? And then when I paused while I was doing this recording, and I saw the statement where the F is our king. King missing in action. King, what is it? His father, Harry's father. Oh my God, it's the machine again. He's in alignment with what's going on, okay? Read between the line. All right, he served, he knows, thank you for speaking on behalf of those who serve and lost loved ones. And one of the statement that he put, he said 457 service people from the UK lost their lives. He knows the numbers. Oh my God. So that's all I have for this video. I'm gonna do another one from my list that I thought I recorded already, but I didn't. So the next tweet on my next video, which will be on APTS Sussex, this one that I'm talking in right now is on PYTE. All right, we're gonna start with this. It's gonna be on APTS Sussex. All right, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And some part, maybe the statement, I'll take a screenshot, put it on our part of Pew Service. For those who not know, I have another channel. Let me go on it. This channel, our part of Pew Service. It used to be monetized, by the way. But for some reason, when I was highlighting, I think it was the Colombia thing that Harry and Meghan did, and I was sharing a lot of videos. YouTube decided to demonetize it, and they refused to put it back on the monetization program. So I sort of been abandoning it that a little bit, but occasionally, I think this year I only put 2 videos so far. Okay, so videos that Harry does, you know, I cannot show properly on my other channels, PYTE and APTS Sussex, as long as it has to do with Harry and Meghan's work. I'll put the video fully on this channel because it's not monetized. They cannot punish me anymore. Okay, I'll put it. I think this was one of them. All right, so subscribe to it. Occasionally, I do upload things that I cannot share properly on my other channels. Okay, so that is it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for vision. Let's do that, for vision, because we need to see what these people are trying to do to blind us. Refuse to see our reality and to think it's other than. All right, I've tried to pick the smaller one. Vision. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna record the next video now.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.